everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my official bookshelf tour. I did a little like mini tour when I did my building my bookshelves video. I basically switched around everything. I've added a lot of decorations and my bookshelves are nowhere near done. I have a whole one that's like basically empty. You'll see when I show you. Obviously, I'm sure by the end of 2023 my bookshelves will look entirely different, but that means we can do another tour, so it's fine. I'm gonna start with my basically empty shelf just to show you. This is the empty shelf. Don't look at that one. Just don't look at that one. I only have one shelf of books on here. These used to be on my fantasy bookshelf, but I just wanted to put something on this shelf, so we'll do this one first. I know it looks kind of awkward. It is what it is. It's just the genres that I have like barely any books of. These are all of my nonfiction books. I literally have 5. Don't really read that much nonfiction. Definitely probably want to get more into it, but that has nothing to do with today's video. Then we have these 2 manga books I have. This is like technically not manga, it's like a graphic novel, but I feel like it fits with those. And then these are all of my thrillers. I am just starting to get into thrillers, so I only have a few. That's just this shelf. I know, kind of boring. Now we're gonna get to the exciting stuff. Okay. Let's get the chair out of the way. These are my mostly full bookshelves, besides like the lower bottom ones. These 2 are my romance shelves, and then those 2 are my fantasy shelves, kind of. We'll go with our romance first. At the top, we have my Magnolia Parks series. Very excited to continue with that. And then I just have this like little, I don't even know, it's like a decoration. I literally got it from St. Vincent de Paul. And then this shelf below that is my Lauren Asher shelf. We have the Dreamland Billionaire series, which I just finished literally yesterday. You will see my opinions in my April wrap-up. And then we have the Dirty Air series, which I definitely will be reading this summer because I love Lauren Asher. And her new book comes out in September or October, I think, maybe November. I need to read all of her other books before that one comes out, so. And then I just have these 2 little decorations. Thought they were cute. I don't know. And then this is just kind of like a filler shelf we have going on here because I don't have, you know, an insane amount of books to fill up all my shelves. Just thought it would look nice, have a little cute picture. So many books, so little time, because that's honestly so real. And then I just have my little Polaroid and a candle, super cute. And then below that I have my Addicted Calloway series, and we all know I love this series. We only have 3 more books to go, 4 more books to go. I'm so sad. That's why I haven't continued it yet, because I'm trying to like prolong the sadness. But if you're wondering where the first 3 books in the Addicted series are, come on, I'll show you. Come over here. We have my little Addicted Calloway shrine here. These are where the first 3 books are because they're all the same size. And then we have my cute little posters here. I'll bring you a little closer to show you. We have my Princesses of Philly one. I literally love how all their signatures are on it. It looks so real, and all their signatures perfectly display their personality. Like Daisy's with all the extra stuff on it, and Lowe's literally being LH. That's This one is just a little like comic thing. It's Lily and Lowe, Lowe and Lily, a story for the ages. It's them against the world, and it's like a little comic. I love this little wall. It's amazing, so perfect. Hopefully one day I'll have book decor all over this room, just like completely decked out in book decor. Okay. You just see my head. The first 2 shelves on my romance shelf. We'll start with the top one. So I just have this cute little globe. I don't have like intentions to keep it there, but it takes up some space. And then we just have some romance here. If He Had Been With Me. I love that book. We have some Christmas romance, and then The Song of Achilles. I don't know why that's there. And then I just have this little candle my friend gave me for my birthday. And then we just have some Colleen Hoover. This shelf right here, I would say is my favorite shelf, but I feel like I'm gonna say that about every shelf. So this is just my dark romance. Obviously I love dark romance. We have Haunting and Hunting Adeline, an absolute fave of mine. I also have Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. I read this as well, really enjoyed it. And then I have some of the Devil's Night series. I have the first 3 and then the first novella. I've only read the first one, but I definitely want to get back into it. And then I also have Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. And then we have the Mindfuck series, of course, had to display it, one of my faves. Some more dark romance here. Some of these wouldn't be classified as dark romance, they're just, they have black covers and they look good on the shelf. So, and And then I just have this little like decoration. I thought it looked good with the color scheme going on. I have my little Sophie Lark section, I guess. I have the first 4 books in the Brutal Prince series. There Is No Devil, There Are No Saints, this little duology. Very excited to get into these. And then behind that I just have 2 more random dark romance books that don't have any other home. Absolutely love this shelf. She's slaying. She's absolutely slaying. And then we have the bottom 2 shelves. I know there's 2 shelves below that, but they're both empty. It's to be determined what will be on those shelves. So this is like my summery shelf. It's giving summer vibes. It's very colorful. I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe I was going for the shelf. I tried to make all these books the same height, and then they're on top of the Do-Over by Lynn Painter. Some good books over here. Love in Other Words. Obviously, we love that one. Better Than the Movies. Book Lovers. The Do-Over was also really good. And then this is actually a portable charger, which is kind of cool. Never used it for that. It's always just been a decoration because it's super cute. And then I just have Springtide by Kai Stevens right next to that. I still haven't read this, but I definitely need to, considering it's displayed on my shelf. I just thought it really looked good being displayed. Like, the cover is just so freaking cute. And then I have this little candle that my friend got me for my birthday. Candles are a birthday present theme in my life because I love them, but it's like the colors just look perfect on the shelf. These are just some more romance books. We have Archer's Voice, Things We Never Got Over in a Jam, and The Love Wager. Then we have my Love in Other Words special edition. Obviously have to display it because you can't tell me that that is not absolutely gorgeous and stunning and beautiful. Highly recommend this book if you haven't read it. And then behind that we just have some more romance from Luke Off with Love, 7 Days in June, really good book. My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. This is a new one on my shelf. The Simple Wow by K.A. Tucker, and All the Fuels by Olivia Dade. And then for the last romance shelf, there's not too many books on this shelf. We have Longshot Binding 13. I need to read both of those. I also need to read Say You Swear, but it's propped up because the cover is literally gorgeous. And then we just have some other books here. Icebreaker, Juniper Hill, The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand, The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I just have this little like lip-shaped bowl with some crystals in it because it's cute. I don't know. We have all the Twisted books. Love this series. It was one of the first series that I read when I started reading. And I have this little butterfly teacup that I got from an antique store. No reason it's here. It just looks cute on top of Twisted Lies. And then I have King of Wrath kind of just displayed. I've also read this. Very good. King of Pride arrives literally in 2 days, and I'm absolutely so excited. All right, now we are on to our 2 fantasy shelf. Very excited to show you these. So on my little mini shelf in the corner, I need to like hook these bookshelves together so that there's not these gaps. So just ignore that. That won't be there forever, okay? I just need somebody to help me because I can't do that myself. But this is my little Le Bardugo shelf. I used to have these elsewhere, but I've switched a little bit of stuff around. But we just have my special editions of Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, and then the Shadow and Bone trilogy. The other book I have over here is just the Demon in the Woods graphic novel. I really want to read this. I need to read this ASAP. Considering I never finished the Shadow and Bone trilogy, I don't plan on buying the King of Scars duology. Obviously, that could change. If I do, we'll obviously need a bigger shelf. But until then, she's having fun up there. And then we just have my Pride and Joy, my ACOTAR series. Absolutely love. And then this is just, I guess you could call it my Shatter Me shelf. Although I have 2 of the books and then 1 novella. Once I have the whole Shatter Me series, if I ever do, it'll be here. And then I just have this cute little book picture. We have Belle reading some books because obviously she belongs on the bookshelf. And then I have my Twilight series, and then below that I have my Mortal Instruments series. On to the last shelf, the big fantasy shelf. When I said that the fantasy shelf was kind of fantasy, that's because the top shelf is just general fiction. This will move once I have, you know, to put fantasy here, but until then it's just up here. Like, this is just a classic, but it's the only classic I own, so it just goes in general fiction, you know? So we have Daisy Jones and the Six, one of the faves. Still need to read Seven Husbands of the Evelyn Hoot. Okay. You know what? Moving on. The House in the Cerulean Sea, I feel like could probably fit in fantasy, but she's up here. I can like barely see the shelf, honestly. Beartown I think is on the bottom. I can't see it from where I'm standing unless I like stay on my tippy toes. And then we have to Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. Displayed. Have I read it? No. I very much need to read it, but it's literally one of the most gorgeous covers I've ever seen, so she deserves to be displayed. And then we have A Little Life. Still 200 pages into the book. Have not continued. A great novella by Frederick Bachman. Highly recommend. And then we have my Sarah J Maas shelf. She kind of goes like over, but you know, they're even with each other, so it works. Technically, I probably could fit the entire ACOTAR series over here, but since I have my 2 original covers of the first 2, I do plan to get the 3rd and 4th original covers at some point. So that's what the space is for, because since I have the first 2, I might as well, you know what I mean? If you haven't seen my last video of vlogging like we're on FaceTime where I scored these babies, then you're missing out, because my reaction where I realized that they are in fact signed by Sarah J Maas herself was priceless. I found both of these at Half Price Books for $10 each. So talk about an amazing find at Half Price Books. Then we have Crescent City. Still need to read this. I don't have the second one because I haven't read the first one, but it's also a hardback and I want the paperback because I just want it to match this one. And then I just have this cute little fairy snow globe sitting on the shelf because I feel like it, I'm sorry, let's not do that ever again. Now we have my Throne of Glass series. Look how perfectly she fits. Not even a centimeter above. And then this little map back here came with my box set of the Throne of Glass series. I thought it added a little bit of spice to the shelf because there's a lot of space right here. Then for the last 2/3 shelves, I kind of split them up. I like how I did like a colorful shelf and then a black dark color shelf. I was running out of room on the dark color shelf, so that's why it's kind of moved onto this one. This is my colorful fantasy shelf. So we just have This Woven Kingdom, the Inheritance Games. This is my other Assassin's Blade, the American cover or whatever. I read this before I ended up buying the whole series, so I still have it. And then we have Daughter of the Moon Goddess and the Poppy War. I have this little like melting clock, one of my favorite decorations on my bookshelf, and I think a fantasy shelf is the perfect shelf to have it on too. Then obviously we have to display Once Upon a Broken Heart because duh. Why is the candle not on? There we go. Then we have Priory of the Orange Tree. I know that this is the 5th book in the series. My dad bought it for me for Christmas without realizing that it's the 5th book, so she's just here chilling. And then we have this book called Card of Truth. I have this little mushroom that I bought from Dollar Tree forever ago, and then these little like battery powered candles because it's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. And then we have The Ballad of Never After also displayed because duh. They just can't be next to each other because that's literally sickening. Like why? And then behind The Ballad of Never After, I just have my Dance of Thieves duology, The Cruel Prince, and Scythe. My little dark fantasy shelf. We just have some books sitting on top of each other right here. We have Serpent and Dove, From Blood and Ash, Heart of the Raven Prince, and the Night Circus. Mysteries of Thorn Manor is on top of it because I love the cover and it's also just like a really tiny book. It's like awkwardly sized, but it's like the book that comes after Sorcery of Thorns. And then we have A Promise of Fire, Kingdom of the Wicked. Babel is displayed because she's giving the dark shelf. Then we have Legends and Lattes, Ninth House Caraval, Legendborn, and Chain of Gold. Some of these I haven't read because like Legends and Lattes I feel like is definitely a fall read, so that's like gonna wait until fall. And then on the shelf I just have my beautiful amethyst crystal, and then I just have some other little crystals. For our last little section here, this is just like half a shelf. It's not even a full shelf. These used to be on the other dark shelf, but we were kind of running out of space, so I just decided to move some of them down here. Obviously there's room up here, but I didn't want it to look crammed. I have a lot of space, so you know, I might as well spread them out. But we just have the first 3 books in the Zodiac Academy series, and then the High Mountain Court and Stalking Jack the Ripper. Was informed that this is not dark romance, and that's so embarrassing that I thought that it was, but now it's where it belongs, in the fantasy. And then I just have this A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee. I've heard really good things, but the cover is just so pretty. And then we have the first 2 books in this little duology. I know there's like a 3rd one, I think. So those are my bookshelves. I'm so excited to see the progress that my shelves make over the course of 2023 because we're not even halfway through and they've already grown so much since I started reading. Definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any content from me. I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.